See,
It's
and
the
that's
only
Some
so. See,
people
so
like
we
to struggle too
automatically
much.
we
Some
we
people like to
automatically
struggle for no
pedestal
reason.
we automatically pedestaling like other businesses when we say that as if they don't have some of these same issues.
You
That's my
just
thing. We
said
gotta
You missed the
look.
point,
It's not a
brother.
Listen,
little what
that
aboutism. It's not a
that
what
they're
aboutism. Yes, every bit
Choose the
there will
white
be
man,
good
brother.
businesses. There will be bad businesses. But the point is, it's not because it's a like, wow, it's a black business. Wow, it's a woman-owned business. Wow, it's a rainbow-owned business. Like, what does it make it better than the next business? If the customer service is junk, wasn't there that whole issue with the food critic? He went down to
Was there
Atlanta,
more
wherever
to
else.
it, Anton, or were
No,
you
no, no,
just
no.
trying to get
why are you
You know
talking
how
about
you.
businesses?
Let me give you an
Like, come on.
example of where this is illustrated the most. This could not be any more illustrated in politics.
Nope.
We will elect somebody because we need representation that look like us, and they will be the very worst thing
Worst.
for the community. They will rob us. They will destroy our school systems. They will let migrants in. They will allocate resources over to other people in other communities of people that's not even from America. They will align themselves with things that keep the communities that they serve down. And you will vote for them based off of identity politics, even though it's not even in your best interest, instead of going with the person that actually gonna tell you exactly what you need in order to be successful. We do this to ourselves, and then we blame it on the system. It is your fault, and it is our fault that we continue to be at the bottom every single day because we keep on playing identity politics instead of doing the thing that is best for you. It is people every day that reach out their hand to give you a leg up, to give you an opportunity, to give you some game. And then we will sit here and take our fucking advice from a scammer just because they look like us. That's the reason why Jay Morrison was able to finesse y'all in a trust fund. It's the reason why Dr. Umar Johnson been building his school for 15 fucking years off of a cash app that has no ability to be sustainable, even if it was open, because it takes money to continue to run it. And then he's going to tax you if it's possible for him to even get it open, because I don't even believe it's possible. He would have to tax the people that he served in order to continue to keep a school open that don't even have the resources to do it in the first place. And he keep on parading around these broken fucking windows, acting like he doing something for y'all, and y'all falling for the okie doke for somebody that's been race hustling. Listen, these people for the last 50 years been fucking race hustling y'all. Jesse Jackson, Umar Johnson, you name it. Every last one of them been hustling y'all. So all of these businesses, these politicians, Brandon Johnson, Eric Adams, all of these people, Lori Lightfoot, and y'all vote them in and y'all support them based off of identity politics instead of vetting them for being the best person for the job. If it was your business, you would not hire a person based off of identity politics. You would be trying to figure out how you can keep your shit afloat, and you would hire the best person for the job, regardless of what race that they are, because it would be affecting your pockets. But we don't take the same perspective.
But see, that's also a
as
job that we
as a whole, and you will vote for your own enemy to kill you just because they look like you. That's crazy.
Hey, bro,
we just moved the goalpost because we're not talking about a job. We talking about it came from who I would want my child to procreate with and build my legacy through. That's what I'm talking about. That's politics is completely different.
A
I'm
legacy of a drug dealer.
Building my legacy. What's that?
A legacy made with drug dealers.
Yeah.
Who said anything about some damn drug dealers? Listen, and that's fine. Guess what? So you mean to tell me so just because this is surface level, none of us knows what each other's past was, right? You dig what I'm saying? I'm 41 years old, right? Who knows what my past was? No, I'm not. Listen,
because
what I'm telling you, it is about
let
me.
Let him speak, Jessica. Let him get his word
out. So what I'm saying is, I'm talking about who do I want my legacy going through. See, I've been in situations where I see the differences in these these relationships where it becomes a big issue when your grandkids are over at grandma's house and they don't like the little nigga running around. You dig what I'm saying? Trust me, I've seen that kind of shit. I don't want that for me and mine. You dig? I want us to be synonymous with how I rock. And the way I say it is how it's gonna roll.
But Law, in the hypothetical, everything that you're saying does not address the hypothetical question that Jessica asked. She's just asking if you had these two choices, a wealthy white man and a black drug dealer, which one would you pick for your daughter? And to Anton's point, you went with identity before anything else. That's
because it
all
goes
that's
after
saying.
legacy, right? Because it goes after legacy. When
And
I say that
and
I want
personally,
my children, my
And that
children
legacy
to look.
My
and
Yeah.
question
personally,
is,
I
hey,
don't
bro,
believe
tell
there's
us straight
such
up though. Are you
as
gonna
like
choose the drug dealer or the white dude?
Hold on, one
Yeah.
He
person
said
at
the
a
drug
time.
dealer.
One
He said the
person
drug
at a
dealer.
time, y'all. We got to go one person at a time because ain't nobody gonna be able to hear us
Let me ask a
if
question though.
everybody's speaking at the same time.
So Law, you feel or do you believe legacy only exists through the bloodline of your race?
I mean, that's going to be that's a very big part of it for me. Yes, absolutely.
But how
For me,
far
that's
is
a
that?
very
How far would that lineage really go? You know, like if you want to build on that type of foundation, right, and have your daughter deal with this drug dealer and hope that he's reformed and all that good stuff, right? How far would that really go down your timeline, like as far as your legacy? It doesn't sound like that's sustainable.
It would tarnish
so
the legacy.
look. Well, I mean, the more that you dilute it, of course, it's not going to be sustainable. If you go with the what was the other option, the wealthy white dude, then that's going to
Right.
be diluted. Jamie Foxx is a perfect example of it. You know, he never messed with sisters, right? His daughter is mixed. Now she's marrying a white boy, right?
So you
Now
only
her
just
kid, hold on.
Go
Now
ahead.
her kids are going to be even diluted more. Now those millions that he's leaving to his daughter, they're not going to kids that look like him. Before you know it, they're
Law,
not
are
going to
you
even
going to go
realize they
back
had
to
any black in them.
Africa to guarantee this lineage? Are you going to move back to Africa to guarantee this lineage?
Why would I do that when I have
Because
black
you cannot
American citizens?
guarantee second, third, fourth generation that what you're saying will not happen in
You
America.
can't guarantee.
It's
Look, I
guaranteed to
can't
happen that she
guarantee
get
it 4
mixed
and
in.
5 generations down. But
There's
I can
not
guarantee
such a thing
it
as
now.
legacy, frankly. Like legacy
Getting
was
mixed
gone
in.
by Top of the Kings. Like what's this legacy?
Listen, man,
Okay,
half of
that's
these
not the
people
point.
don't even know who their real father is, bro.
Straight up.
Come
That
on,
ain't
man.
got
What
nothing to
we
do with
talking
But
about,
mine.
bro?
don't you
I know
think
mine.
don't you think marrying or having hypothetically your daughter marry a drug dealer, wouldn't that tarnish your legacy as much as you're saying a white person would tarnish the legacy? Like it's
If he
canceling
was
each other out, right? Like
no, if he was reformed, who knows? He was
He's
a
not
I
black man.
never
He had
said
reformed.
something that he
reformed.
needed.
He's a
He's
straight
not
up drug
reformed.
dealer.
Let me
I
put
never
it like
said
this,
that.
y'all.
He's
Let
not
me put it.
reformed.
Oh well, okay. Jesus Christ.
He's a menace to the
We're
community.
fucked then. I mean, I'm sorry. That's just crazy.
I'm
Well,
Here's the thing.
from a personal. I'm gonna
Wait,
speak from a personal point of
let
view.
me say this, Jay Styles. Let me say this
Go ahead,
because
brother.
I've been listening for a while. I mean, the obvious answer to that question is you want your daughter with whoever she's going to be safest with, right? That's the obvious answer. And in this, I will agree with Law. It is a pigeonholed question, but in this question, you know, the white guy with money, well, we're assuming that he's not a physical abuser and all that kind of stuff because there's all, we're
Yeah, we
just
ain't going
assuming
down
that
there.
he's a straight up, law-abiding citizen. She's going to be safer with him, right? As a father, that's what you're not going to just place your daughter with a drug dealer just because he's black. I don't agree with aligning with black people just because they're black. There's some evil, wicked black people out here. Let's just put that on the table, right? But I will say that we're talking about best case scenarios. Best case scenarios when it comes to marriage and stuff like that. But the Bible says, do not be with somebody that you're unequally yoked with, right? And I think being equally yoked pretty much means finding somebody of the same culture and belief, right? 9 times out of 10, that does correlate with race, right? We can say that, right? So, but hey, it's just to each his own. It's a reason why outside of the United States where, Asians most likely stick with each other, right? It's a reason why East Indians most likely they share the same culture. And I do agree with Law when it comes to, if you're able to have a stronghold on your child and your wife shares the same culture and belief with you, you can pass down a correct legacy if you share the same culture. That's my belief.
I'm gonna just speak on
I
experience.
just 100% disagree.
Yeah.
I
Make it
think
your
that
opinion, Anton.
I think that as a matter of fact, what we've been seeing across the board, not just with black people, white people, or whoever it is that you want to identify, is people are walking away from their cultural norms because it's not conducive to their futures. And as a matter of fact, it's been the complete opposite. What you've seen is that the more that we've aligned with people and the more that people felt entitled just because the fact that you're Black, as they've taken advantage of that. They've used that as a weapon, and then that's where you've seen the inception of feminism. White men are walking away from white women. Black men are walking away from Black women. Asian men are having the same problems. And even when I see a lot of these comments and they say, well, you never see this from any other culture. Yes, we do.
Yeah.
The very inception of men going their own way came from white men.
They're the original passport brothers. Literally.
They are the original. They just wasn't talking to y'all. And if you go into some of these pockets, even when it comes to these panels in YouTube or Clubhouse or Twitter or whatever, there are sects and segments of people from all cultures, culturally walking away from different women based off of their mindsets and Western culture. And so being equally yoked has nothing to do with race or color whatsoever. So much so to where when you see people come over here from other countries to go ahead and destroy this myth that Umar Johnson shared as far as marrying a Black woman, whether or not she's from Africa or she's from, you know, some other country or whatever like that, it's such a myth that when a lot of these Nigerians, Jamaicans, and all of these different people come over here, they don't even look at y'all the same. They don't look at y'all and say that y'all awesome just because y'all look like them. They look at your work ethic. They look at your entitlement. They look at whether or not you're a good person. They look at whether or not you lazy. They look at whether or not you actually dedicated to your craft, what your results are, the field that you pick when you go into college. Those are the criteria to determine whether or not they actually want to rock with you or not, or whether or not they even want your daughter to date you. They don't let their daughter date you just because you Black.
Ain't no way.
They look at their daughter and they be like, look at this lazy motherfucker that's playing video games every day. I did not teach him that. I taught my daughter to go into a STEM field, and I would rather my daughter go with somebody that's more closely going in the direction that she going in, not just based off of their race.